From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the New York Giants. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Absolutely one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Just check the record. Unfortunately, the Ravens didn't win their division last year because Lamar Jackson was battling injury. Only 13 starts and just 2 rushing touchdowns. Let's expect to see him back in form this season.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
From the gun, Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Though certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. To throw is Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So on 4th down, the Ravens send Ryan Eckley out to punt. Deep to return is Calvin Austin. And he'll take it just outside the 40. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. Here comes the Giants offense with their 2nd-year QB leading the way. Now his first full season at the helm, Jackson Dart.
Once he hit the field his rookie season, he brought some true excitement to his team and to his fan base. I love his aggressiveness, but has to learn to protect himself. But this guy, he goes all out on every possession.
Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterbroo. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. To throw is Dart. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And 3rd and 8 now.
You can really see him work those progressions after the defense took away his first option. And that's easier said than done, especially when you aren't in the flow of the game yet. That's the kind of decision-making they're going to need all game long.
Throwing from the gun here, Dart. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
2nd and 9. Now it's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Here's Austin. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants going back to work as you get a look at their offensive coordinator, Matt Nagy. He is as intense and as focused as you'll find in this business, and all eyes, including his, are on what is to come in this next possession. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll go play action here with Dart. He'll get that to his tight end, Theo Johnson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3-and-out the first time he had the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
Throwing his Dart. That's caught left side by Neighbors. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Ravens' 21-yard line.
Dart going to give to Scatteroo. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. In motion comes the tight end left. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here's 2nd and 10. Give up the middle, Scatteroo. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So 4th down coming up. John Harbaugh sent on the field goal unit. This a 33-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down. But
they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now Jackson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
New York set to take the field. And they'll have good field position here following the interception, and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. To the air, Dart. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
That's complete. It's Neighbors. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Brings up 3rd and 14.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. From the gun, Dart. Johnson's got it complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll send Austin in motion right. Here's Dart. Touchdown, Giants! Darius Slayton, a 9-yard touchdown ground. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter.
Giants 10.
So that drive, 4 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. He'll start with a give to Henry. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Jackson to Bateman there, first down Ravens.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice consistent gain.
Flowers going to go in motion right. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Jackson to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Jackson. Oh, good move. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Jackson. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Flowers going to go in motion right. Throwing is Jackson. And Walker has it. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
And it's 3rd down.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now it's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Ryan Eckley now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. New York ready to go again offensively. They're looking sharp out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
First pass complete to Theo Johnson.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run here with Scatteroo. And he will have the Giants first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A play fake, and now it's Dart. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
Play fake, and here's Dart. Oh, wide open, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. The big man, Nnamdi Madubuike, there on the tackle.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll run from the gun with Scatterbo. That's a strong running. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing, dart. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. A bad 3rd down mistake there.
Points were already on the board in their mind. And that's the worst part about it, right? Because it's just like in golf. Never count it in the cup until it rolls in there. Otherwise, you can really get messed up with your scores. In this case, you know they thought, hey, at least 3, maybe even a chance to get 6. It's a little bit demoralizing going off the field. Now that you've turned it over and you come up empty.
Yeah, if he holds on to that, at least the field goal on 4th down. Now they lose it. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss. And they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Inside handoff, Henry. Powers through him. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
He finds his man, complete. That's Walker. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Here's Jackson. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Now a 2nd and 10. Jackson now. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are back within a score.
You know what? This back has really turned into a great pass catcher. It's a testament to the work he put in to get better every season he's been in the league, and it's that drive that has allowed him to have such a long career.
Tyler Luke now for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Giants 10.
So this drive spans 7 plays. The touchdown reception by Derrick Henry. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22. And New York set to take the field. Last time out, they had the fumble that led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
On the ground, it's Scatterbo to start the drive. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The Giants on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Throwing his dart. The quick hitter complete. It's Austin. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 20.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now Dart. Throw out wide is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. 2nd and 10. Dart looking to throw again. That one taken in by Neighbors. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Off the play fake. It's Dart. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Wester on the return. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Jackson from the shotgun. That one into the hands of Flowers. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Jackson now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. In motion left, Bateman. They go play action now. Jackson. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 11.
11 more on that one and another first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now it's Jackson. To the sideline and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Again, Jackson. He completes it to Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
Nowadays, you have to be an all-around running back to stick in the NFL, and that's exactly what this guy is. He is such a weapon in the receiving game, and we saw it again there. He's got soft hands, and then we know how dangerous he is when the ball is in his hands.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Abdul Carter. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. To throw is Jackson. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
One of the best in the NFL in no small part because of his running ability. But on that play, didn't matter to the defense at all. Nice stop for them, a feather in their cap for getting the sack and brought down one of the toughest guys to catch in the NFL.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
First down, here's Scatteroo. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. 2nd and 16. To throw his dart. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. In motion left, Flowers. Now Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. And stepped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Henry will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Second and goal from the 1. One of the tight ends comes in motion. They'll give Henry another shot. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
An 18-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, Bean, the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Dart. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night prime time, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Giants offense set to begin this third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That was Travis Jones working his way through and sticking him behind the line.
At the 20-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw, Dart. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Brings up 3rd.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And the corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, Pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Ravens offense and Derrick Henry set to take over once more. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short. Could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Henry again on 2nd down. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, Dart. They'll set up the screen to Scatteroo. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Working out of the gun is Dart. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. An inside run with Scatteroo. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And they'll run it here. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Partner, how he managed to get positive yardage out of that run, I have no idea. But a little juking, a little moving, got it done.
Got him 2 yards. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Dart going to look to throw here. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. From the gun, it's Jackson. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have a Ravens first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
In motion, the tight end. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
The tight end in motion right. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the gun, Jackson. Nifty move. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He really looked comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a first down.
They go play action with Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And the busy night for Henry continues. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Now it's Jackson. Shakes off the sack. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Like the good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. New York's offense back out there and set to go. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long. And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Dart going to give to Scannable. Boy, shifts past him. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Pulled in at the 24. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And out will come the offense as they take over. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They begin with Henry. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing is Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Here's Jackson to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
A first down carry for Henry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last two possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On the counter, it's Henry. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Jackson now. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Back to it now after the made field goal. Here's Luke to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The New York set to take the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Looking to put a drive together. They fire this one quickly to Austin. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
2nd and 6. Throwing, dart. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Dart. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Zero hesitation that time. He just got it and put it out in the right flat. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Well, you know how hard these quarterbacks nowadays work on just getting the ball in their hands and making a quick decision and throwing the football. Didn't work out in this case.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. A short throw there, that's to Smythe, the tight end. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. 20! Still going. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 105 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it again with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Back to it now after the made field goal. Here's Luke to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And now out come the Giants. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. From the shotgun, a throw for Dart. That one taken in by Neighbors. And they get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Well, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. That is the big fella, Nnamdi Madubuike, forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Now they'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd down and long. To the air, Dart. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On the option right is Jackson. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 116 yards on the ground now for Henry. He's got a first down.
Baltimore.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Play action. Now Jackson. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Yet again, targeting and fighting Mark Andrews. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Now Jackson. Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Ooh, partner, that one was close. That one almost turned into 6 points for the guys on defense.
Yeah, because you can jump those out routes, take it the other way.
Yeah, so close, but instead it turns into a nice play for those guys on offense.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay a one-score game as the lead will hold at 6. The things just got interesting. They try for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They run with Tyrone Tracy. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Now 2nd down and a few inches. Throwing from the gun here, Dart. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
15 yards
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
He's back to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Third down and
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Back to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
They'll go. Here's Dart. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
3rd down.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Jackson to throw. That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. On the return, Austin. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So now here is Jackson Dart and the Giants. Down by 6, 30 seconds to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Nandi Matabike in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
What a quick start to the drive, but not for the team that really needed it. In only a few seconds, the opposing QB found himself on the turf, and the defense is celebrating 2nd and long.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.